This is Killer Kyle. Killer Kyle, and welcome to Wheels of Fury, the 100th episode. And
we made her.
Jesus Christ, man. So that's just kind of, yeah, we made it. 100 episodes is crazy. It's kind of like, it's great, yeah, I can't say anything. Last year, March 4th, it's actually the anniversary of my grandfather's death. But I can't remember what I was doing. I remember asking if he wanted to do a video, so we did a video.
Yeah, well, the first time we met was, you ended up with something for me in the mailbox.
Yeah, this is when I moved in.
It was supposed to be going to my mailbox and ended up in yours. You brought it up. Your dad was with you at that point. And
yeah,
we talked for a little bit, and then
met a lot from there. Yeah, so we got to know each other, and then, of course, I do YouTube videos, and I should actually do this for a living, but I don't.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I do YouTube videos, and then I asked Kyle if he wanted to join me in making a video, and then I think afterwards you said, well, this is fun, we should do this more often. And then I thought, well, let's just make a series. It was the new year, 2017.
Yeah.
So I thought, sure, why not? Let's do a series. It'll be kind of cool, And yeah, here we are.
Yeah, we started out just kind of on a whim, doing a projection video for Fastlane almost 2 years ago now, and here we are 99 episodes later.
Jesus, yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of cool because I've mentioned this before too, seeing people that do this kind of thing. It's one thing to have one person talk about their opinion, but when you have somebody to talk to and make a video with,
yeah,
they tend to bounce ideas off each other, and
yeah,
we definitely have our disagreements, which I think is awesome. You can't always agree on everything, so
right,
we do tend to have little debates or whatever.
Yes,
but we never beat the shit out of each other or anything like that.
No.
So yeah, so it's 100 episodes, and I guess 1,000 more, maybe. But anyways, yeah, so if we could tell by the title, well, we have a new theme entrance anyways, like we did for, this was 30th, I believe.
Oh, the 30th, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good to revamp and do new things for,
yeah, for sure,
something. So yeah, so yeah, let's get down with main topic of our 100th episode. So, in case you don't know, we're going to talk about Super Showdown.
Yeah, I'm coming up this Saturday.
In Melbourne, Australia, mate.
I
Throw another shrimp in the barbie, have some lamb, which actually would be good by now.
yeah, for sure.
You know, we did talk a little bit about the Undertaker match.
Yeah.
Or Triple H.
Yeah,
So, I mean, obviously there's more matches, and it does look like a good show. And I know that I'll be taping it
yes.
on my PVR, so I'll watch it there, but it's Canadian Thanksgiving, so
Of course.
I won't be around my apartment. So, I mean, I'll be watching it when I get back, and it does look like a pretty good card. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at things.
Yeah,
So,
I think the interesting thing about it, and probably not very, I don't know how well received it's been, the start time for the Super Showdown on Eastern Standard Time, 5 a.m.
oh shit.
So if you're gonna watch it, you better get to bed early so you can be up by 5 a.m. to watch it. Or if you don't want to get up at 5 a.m., you can probably find it on demand or maybe YouTube or something like that. But yeah, 5 a.m. start time. Now, this is taking place in Australia, so it's going to be a different time schedule than their last overseas, I guess you could say, show when they did the British Royal Rumble in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Which, by the time they started the show in Saudi Arabia, it was already like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I believe, here when it started.
Right.
Because they're going to be in Australia this weekend. Australia, I believe, is rough estimation, maybe like 7 hours or so time there, maybe, or something like that. But it'll be 5 a.m. on the East Coast here, or Eastern Standard Time, and I believe Pacific Standard Time, it'll be like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm expecting this to be a hell of a show and
I'm hoping it will
a
be.
huge arena. Like, I mean, you look at the show in Saudi Arabia, and there's a fairly solid
It was a fairly big place.
And so, I think that's going to be a good show, despite what other people will think about, you know, which I'm assuming is going to be the main event, so we'll see. I mean,
There's been a lot of mention, maybe not a lot, but certainly quite a bit mentioned about there's going to be like, I think between 70 and 80,000 people in the Melbourne cricket grounds for the show.
Right.
So, and I think the greatest Royal Rumble had, I think like 65 to 70,000 roughly. So
yeah.
it'll be a fairly big show.
Oh, yeah, it's looking to be that way.
Yeah.
I'm just worried because, like I've always said, there's a lot of build-up and no payoff, but, you know, we'll see how it goes. It's looking to be like it's going to be a good show.
I'm sure for Triple H and Undertaker, it should be a great payoff because anytime those two have been in the ring together, it's been magic.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think that match would be a letdown. The rest of the card is yet to be determined. We'll see.
Yeah. So, grab a Foster, get your shrimp on. Let's see what we got. So we're gonna start off with
the SmackDown Women's Championship. We got the current champion Becky Lynch rematching Charlotte Flair.
that's a new word.
Yes. And I know the interesting thing about this rivalry has been ever since Becky turned on Charlotte, Becky has become a bigger face, you could say, and Charlotte's become kind of the heel.
And this is where I think the WWE fucks things up. McMahon and Kevin Dunn. You know, you have Becky Lynch, who should have been the face because she's still being cheered, and yeah. But like Braun Strowman, they're force feeding the fans the fact that she's a heel, and they should boo the shit out of her. But that's not happening. So you got Charlotte Flair, who for some reason people are booing. Okay, fine. So what's gonna happen? I mean, that's the thing. You take a wrestler and you force feed these fans who don't want to boo or cheer, and you say, no. This is a face. You have to cheer them. But no, they're treating the fans like they're stupid, and they're not stupid. And, well, I mean, sometimes they are. But Becky Lynch definitely deserves to be a face. And, of course, you know, she's trying to be a heel. But Charlotte Flair, I mean, she's been a heel before.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's like, okay, the fans are dictating what they want. Okay, and that's fine. I get that. But Becky Lynch should still remain a face. I think, and like I've said before, Becky Lynch is not a heel, more so than she just got justice. Because she wanted to be the women's champion. She was going to have a match with
Carmella?
And it didn't turn out like that.
Yeah.
Paige felt sorry for Charlotte, put her in a match, and it was to determine who was going to be put at SummerSlam. And they said, okay, so now it's a three-way dance. Okay, have her. You fucked Becky over. You should have Carmella. You didn't have that match. And that's why Becky decided to do what she did. Okay, maybe, okay, if it's kayfabe, whatever. Becky deserved the one-on-one spot at SummerSlam, but it didn't fucking happen, and you motherfuckers don't understand that she is still a fucking face. When are you gonna get that through your fucking skull? She's still a face. And Charlotte, well, they decided to boo her. I don't know.
My opinion is WWE was going for my best friend, took my opportunity away from me, got involved in the match that I wanted, one-on-one, and I turned on her, so I'm the bad guy now. I turned on my best friend because I wanted the championship, and then have Charlotte be like, oh, my best friend stabbed me in the back because she's greedy and she wanted a championship, and the championship was more important than friendship.
Yeah,
and go from there. But what they got was Becky getting cheered, Becky getting a huge pop at SummerSlam, and Charlotte getting left in the dust.
Again, this
Getting
is
the cold shoulder.
Yeah, it's a redemption. People are like, fuck yeah, we want that. Because for some reason, the whole thing with Charlotte isn't working, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so Becky's more likable. What do you want? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
anyway.
I mean, I can understand the fact Becky got the title that she hasn't held in like 2 years, and
Yeah.
you know, they were proud of her in that aspect, but at the same time, it's like, okay, she's trying to be a heel, and you're making her out to be a bigger face than she originally was to begin with.
Yeah. Like, you saw SmackDown. You saw how the fans reacted to Charlotte when she came. I don't know this for sure.
Yeah.
So, and the fans were booing the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
So they're cheering Becky, but they're not cheering Charlotte. So, what the hell's what's gonna happen on Saturday? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So you put the belt on Charlotte, and people are gonna reject the fact that it's happened. And so, that's why the company's fucking the way it is. Because we're trying to get the fans to be on board with one wrestler, but not on board with another wrestler. And now all of a sudden, it's done. So we're gonna, I don't get it. Like, I don't know what the answer is anymore. And you and you fuckers do this all the time, and it's pissing everybody, including myself, off because you just don't get it anymore.
WWE wants Becky to be a heel, Charlotte to be a face. Everybody be upset that Becky turned her back on Charlotte over a championship, and Charlotte get the special treatment because her best friend turned her back on her, and championship is more important than friendship. But the fans were like, "Oh, Becky got what she wanted. We're happy for her. And fuck Charlotte."
Well, that's basically it, though. And that's kind of like, it's almost like the Braun Strowman situation. I mean, we'll get to that when we get to that, but that's exactly the way it is.
And I don't really think WWE was expecting there to be like a pity party for Charlotte, but at the same time, it's like, you got one woman who has been best friends with another woman for years, and then all of a sudden her ego gets too big and she stabs her best friend in the back over a championship, and the other one can't believe that her best friend turned her back on her over a championship, and yet the fans did a 180.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, I don't know. I'm gonna pick Becky Lynch. Like,
yeah, I mean,
if you put the title back on Charlotte now, it's gonna be a huge mistake. You've already made your choice. The fans already made their choice. So if you go right back to Charlotte, it's gonna be a huge mistake.
yeah, I mean, Becky's only held the championship since Hell in a Cell, so yeah, I don't see Becky losing the title just yet. And I mean, it's unfortunate that Charlotte is getting the treatment she's getting right now from the fans because, she's a hell of a competitor, a hell of an athlete, a phenomenal woman.
And she's very down to earth.
And she's getting shit on because what Becky has been saying about her, you could say, she's really made believable, and so the fans have sided with Becky over Charlotte, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah, what can you do?
What can you do with it?
So now we go on to the Chick Rush Hour team of Naomi and Asuka taking on Australia's own Bailey Killin.
Bailey Kay and Peyton Royce.
Yes. And yeah, I don't know if this is a no-brainer. I mean, you have two full-blooded Australians in this show.
Full-blooded Australians.
But they're like heels, so it's like, I don't know who's gonna be cheered or who's gonna be booed.
Right.
I don't know. But, I mean, you got this team of Naomi and Asuka, and it's fine for what it is. But I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, you got this duo of the Iconics, who of course are from Australia, so they're going to be basically on their home turf in a match with Naomi and Asuka.
Well, hey, they come out with the Australian flag. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Trish Stratus when she was in Toronto, and she had the Canadian flag.
Fucking head to toe Canadian colors.
Hell yeah. I mean, she still fucking lost, but...
Yeah.
You know, I think these two are definitely... should be the fan favorites, if not...
Oh, I'm sure Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, hands down, will be the fan favorite.
But, you know, they're both good wrestlers, you know.
Yeah.
So, I think that these two teams are definitely going to be awesome. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like, you know, you got one colorful team, and this Feel the Glow thing, and, you know, you have the hometown heroes, if you will.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know. I mean, law has it in WWE, you lose in your hometown, so I'm pretty sure Asuka and Naomi are going to win.
Most likely.
So, that's just the way it is.
It seems to be, yeah.
But, yeah, going off course for a second, because I made that little fuck up there. I was saying the Women's Tag Team Championships. That got scrapped. So, fuck you, Vince. Or whoever.
Yeah.
Shit. You couldn't fucking have something new. I don't care. You had the women's division. You were so hyped on that. You had a lot of great matches. You had a lot of cool women division. I thought that was cool. And you were going to have tag team titles for the women. Now, whether there's not enough women in the roster, I don't know. That, to me, this was a good idea. You had that kind of thing in the 80s.
Yep.
So, why the fuck not? But nope, we gotta strap it. We gotta strap it. You know what I mean?
Strap
and
it.
now all of a sudden, it's done. It's done and we're no longer gonna do it. I think it's bullshit. I think that would have been a good thing. And, of course, it has to end, so... So anyways, I'm gonna say Naomi and Asuka. Like, I mean, I'll be surprised if it'll be the Iconics, but
Yeah, who knows?
But anyways.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah, take champion. SmackDown.
Yes.
We've got a day, which will have, well, it's all three, so I'm not quite sure who's gonna wrestle.
Yeah.
This'll be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't remember the bar holding the SmackDown titles. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, they've only been on SmackDown since Superstar Shakeup, and that was summertime, so a few months, and yeah, I don't think Sheamus and Cesaro have had the SmackDown tag titles yet.
That'll be interesting. I mean, you look at it this way, you know. The New Day were the longest tag team champions at some point. I think they were the longest Raw tag team champions. I'm not quite sure. But the fact of the matter is, if they keep the belts on a New Day, let's carry it out to the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
You know, because they're still fresh on these titles. But who fucking knows, really? Like, it's kind of up in the air right now, in that sense.
Yes.
So, but you look at Sheamus and Cesaro,
Right.
And they've been a tag team for a long time. They've faced each other, and so they know each other really well. And I think that these two, especially being from Europe, have the different style than most other wrestlers.
Yes.
And Cesaro for sure. So I mean, let's think about if the Bar did catch the tag team titles. Would it be a bad thing? No. I think that it would be interesting to see what would happen if the New Day lost. So that automatically give him a rematch at the Survivor Series. But I could see that happening.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the New Day have been doing very well together right now. The Bar have not really been on very much of a hot streak lately. And so, could you give the tag titles to the Bar? Absolutely. Would it work? I think so. Would it be a better idea to keep tag titles on the New Day? If you want to go that way, yeah, and then have the Bar work off of what happened. Maybe something goes down in Australia that's like a 3-on-2 situation, and or not 3-on-2, but like outside interference, and Sheamus and Cesaro complain about it and try and make it like a 2-on-2 with the third member being banned from ringside or whatever, and then eventually have the Bar take the tag titles. Okay, for sure, keep the titles on the New Day and Saturday.
Yeah.
I really don't think that there is a great benefit or a great disadvantage for New Day losing the tag titles or the Bar gaining the tag titles. It'll just be, okay, if New Day wins, that's fine. Maybe keep them in a rivalry with the Bar and go from there. If the Bar wins, same concept, and then maybe, Survivor Series end it or something like that. But, I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good match. I just don't see a to New Day losing or a great or a high advantage for the Bar winning the tag title.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It just... the thing with being the champion, though, is you have to lose the titles at some point.
True.
So it's like, right now, do the New Day keep the belts?
Right.
And, have a match and maybe lose the belts at Survivor Series. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard call because the New Day definitely are one of the best stables in WWE. Probably the only stable right now. So you gotta look at what's gonna happen. If they win the match on Saturday, will take the titles. I don't know. I mean, the Bar.
Foul!
So it's a very difficult thing to think about. It's gonna be a good match, I know that.
You don't know the outcome, and it's not really don't care about the outcome, but
No,
it's
that's
just...
kind of the thing. I mean, they're both good teams.
Yes.
It's just have had their full time with the belts, or do you give it to the Bar, who good as a team, but it's kind of a hard call again.
Yeah. It seems to be, on average, a title run for whoever it is, singles or tag team, or women's.
So,
Well, singles or tag team,
Yeah.
anyway, is roughly 3 to 4 months, unless WWE decides, hey, this person's really over as champion, they're doing really well, we like them, they're on fire, their rivalries they've had have been excellent, and give him a longer opportunity with the championship, maybe 7, 8, 9 months.
right.
Or, in the case of Asuka, 125 days as
Yeah.
champion, and almost 2 years undefeated. So I mean, there is that aspect of it. But I mean, hell, New Day was Raw Tag Champs for over 400 days. So I mean, It's here and there.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so I can't really give you an answer.
Yeah.
So, I'm still gonna look forward to it.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah. And we don't have a clear answer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go on to the Cruiserweight Championship. We got another hometown hero in Buddy Murphy,
Yeah.
who takes on the Cruiserweight Champion, Cedric Alexander. It goes to show you that that's exactly what it needed, and, you know, it's great. You know, it's the best thing that's happened, and, you know, you have Cedric Alexander, who's a veteran in the business, who has had a great run in Ring of Honor.
Yep.
And now he's here, and it's like, it's awesome to see him as the Cruiserweight Champion.
Yeah.
You know, we'll find out what happens this match. I mean, Buddy Murphy is still the heel in the company as well, but
Yes.
again, like the Iconics, I can see them trying to cheer.
Yeah. Which more than likely will happen.
Now, do you see Buddy get the championship on Saturday?
I think if he does get the title on Saturday, it would benefit him quite well, and I'd like to see where he goes with the championship, what WWE would plan for him with the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, there's a lot they can do with them. They just have to fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, who knows? I'm gonna have to say Buddy Murphy. Because I can see the hometown advantage. But, I mean, that's not to say that Cedric Alexander's gonna win either. I'm sure he will, somehow. It's just another one of those things that you don't know, but you have to kind of pick in a sense, because it could go either way, but my money's gonna be on Buddy.
Yeah, I mean, you even look at the few matches that Murphy and Alexander have had against each other.
Yeah.
They've been amazing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And seeing Buddy Murphy and Peter was awesome.
right.
You know, he definitely had a good match with Ricochet, and I think that, you know, he's money. You know, that's all I can say. Ever since he went from NXT to 205, he's definitely cut the weight,
Yes.
and he's done a really good job. You know, I mean, there's a lot more of the talent. I mean, Drew Gulak, obviously, but,
Yeah.
you know, Buddy Murphy definitely has it. So, I mean, he can definitely take the title
Yeah.
on Saturday, but also Cedric Alexander, like, is the guy who's the veteran. And so, let's see what happens. But, like I said, my money's gonna go on Buddy Murphy.
Yeah. I'd like to see Buddy Murphy with the championship. I mean, Cedric Alexander's been a great champion. Maybe it's due time for a new champion, but we'll just have to see.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a great match otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
Bella Twins with Ronda Rousey against the Riot Squad in the second woman tag match.
Now, what was interesting about this is I saw part of SmackDown, but apparently this whole thing with Liv Morgan's concussion, but I don't know what happened with that.
Press can kind of make her go, woo, I see stars.
Oh yeah.
But not hard enough to give her a concussion. On the flip side of that is there was some speculation. Brie Bella getting fired by the company over that incident, and here comes around and there's Nikki and Brie talking with Natalia, and of course Ronda Rousey, doing some shadow boxing, getting ready.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, fences were mended, all's right with the reign of the world, and here we are going into Super Showdown.
Well, you look at it too, and like I said this last week, it was an accident.
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure it wasn't.
I think that firing Brie would be a mistake
Yeah, it wouldn't
on
make sense.
WWE's part, and I'm pretty sure that her and Liv topped it out or whatever. I mean, things happen, and you look at, and I've said this too, that draws is now ill will towards D'Lo Brown.
No.
And accidents happen, and it takes both. I've mentioned it, but to work with you when you do a move, it all depends on the situation.
Yeah, I mean, when Brie was throwing those kicks, you had everything under control. And Liv was doing her best to sell it as much as possible. To me, it looked like it was just one of those things where it was a bad judgment call, a misjudgment in timing, and your face met Brie's shin, and
Yep.
Brady's. Like, seriously.
I mean, you think about this too. Really, you're gonna fucking go into a kick?
Yeah,
Like, don't put your fucking head down.
exactly.
But I'm glad that Liv is okay.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Brie didn't have much of a harsh punishment.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it wasn't that. If it was malicious, I would understand. But it was just an accident.
Yeah.
But the Riot Squad definitely one of the more interesting teams.
Yeah.
It's like the punk rock mentality of Ruby Riot, and of course you have Liv and Sarah try to be, we're badasses. We like to smash things in the backstage area and jump on people, which is
You got the punk rock attitude of Ruby Riot. You got the backwoods country girl
yeah,
and Sarah Logan and the
sporty, tomboyish,
spunky,
Yeah.
erratic, Joycey
Yeah.
girl and
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
So it's cool to see that those three are one of the, I guess first. No, I can't say that. They're a really good women's stable nowadays. But then you get the Bellas who have returned, and then Ronda Rousey. And
Yes.
Ronda Rousey's been on fire since she's got there. And so it's cool to see her, go into the pro wrestling world
Yes.
as opposed to MMA. And in the Bellas, definitely the veterans that they are, 10 years in the business, like Jesus.
Yeah.
So these two definitely are the best in the women's division. One of the best.
Yes.
So
For sure.
it's kind of a toss up. I mean, I like obviously the Riot, but I don't know if they're any match for the Bellas and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Especially because Ronda Rousey's the women's champion.
Right.
For Raw, so, I don't know. I'm gonna say I want to be proven wrong, but I want to see the Bellas and Ronda Rousey are gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, as a hot commodity as the Riot Squad is, and as they've been doing, I really don't see too much of a benefit for the Riot Squad winning. It seemed to be more fitting to have Bella Twins and Rondo win.
Yeah.
And lead that into, what was it, the 26th to 27th at the end of this month, Evolution, and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely fit in.
Oh,
With
absolutely.
the Bellas, I don't know how long they're gonna stay in WWE after this match, anyways.
Yeah.
And I mean, It just for them to win Ruby Riot Survivor Series. So I would say that the Bellas and Ronda Rousey are gonna win.
Yeah, I'll say that too. Just because, like I said, I don't really see too much of a benefit for the Riot Squad winning. It just seemed that the Bella Twins and Ronda would probably benefit a little bit better. And like I said, maybe work that into the Evolution pay-per-view and build off of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, you know, a while ago I had called the Riot Squad SmackDown Live version of The Shield, which is the truth, and I would still believe it is the truth. What you look at what they were doing with backstage segments, cutting a tie, writing on walls, and breaking shit, and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, there's still the women's version of the Shield, but now it's like next level.
No, they're just trying to get that punk attitude where they're
For sure.
anarchy and chaos and whatever. And I think, okay, that's good to a certain extent. Teenagers, so grow up. Like, you know, DX. Well, I guess DX went that far, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, the old DX, anyways. But so yeah, we're both in agreement then.
I guess.
Okay.
Speaking of the Shield,
We got the Shield versus Braun Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre. So, and you know, normally I would do a rant about how they're keeping Strowman down, but I've given up on that.
yeah, I think we'll beat that horse to death enough.
Let's see that happen, but only time will tell, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I think the Shield definitely don't need another win. I'm not sure about that. I think, well, as much as I hate Dolph Ziggler, I think that team might get a victory.
It wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Now,
And yeah, you know, you look at Dean Ambrose, and there's a lot of talk of him turning heel.
yeah.
And it's like, you know, I understand that he's got that mentality where he could be a good heel. It's just, really, you really want to break up the Shield now?
Again.
I mean, how many times have you fucking put them together? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I think that it's not time yet. Survivor Series, I could see if that could happen. But for right now, and that doesn't make sense either, to put Dean Ambrose with Braun Strowman and McIntyre and Ziggler.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Drew McIntyre get an Intercontinental title shot.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, Survivor Series is coming up. Let's see that happen. But only time will tell, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I think the Shield definitely don't need another win. I'm not sure about that. Well, as much as I hate Dolph Ziggler, I think that team might get a victory.
You could say that. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Now, what they would do afterwards, who knows? I mean, could build up something to Survivor Series and go from there, but in the meantime, it's just kind of a up in the air situation. Now, saying the Shield doesn't need a victory, yeah, I can see that. The benefits of Dolph, Drew, and Braun winning would be minuscule at best. And so, I believe that if you give the Shield the win, it will maybe propel the rivalry a little bit longer, and then work something into Survivor Series. Whether that be, have Shield and the Dogs of War and each get 2 more members and have that, make it a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. You could do that. Or maybe another 6-man tag match and make it no disqualification, false count anywhere, whatever. But it just seems to me that both teams don't really absolutely positively 100% need the victory on Saturday.
Yeah.
I will say though, if you saw what happened on Raw when Dolph, Drew, and Braun pretty much annihilated the Shield again and left them laying, kind of an indication on what might happen come Saturday, so...
I thought it was cool because it was they laid out the Shield and then they did this shit.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome. So, I mean, mocking is... And, I mean, it also goes to show you that the Shield could possibly pull off the win.
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things where you don't know. So, you're off, you're on, you're off, you're on, you're off, you're on, you're off. How many times are you gonna break up and get back together before the fans are like, fuck it, I can't deal with that. So...
They're on and off, they're on and off, they're on and off. Boy, isn't that what she said?
Good. There we go. So, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I think Braun Strowman should lay waste to all 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, he very well could lay waste to Dean and Seth and Roman. Have it be all about him and not have anything to do with Dolph and Drew whatsoever. And then have it be like, oh, you were intending on doing all the work in the match. Why did you even partner with us in the first place?
Yeah.
And then maybe Dolph and Drew can split from Braun and do something with that. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, and the thing, too, is you want to see Dean Ambrose split from the Shield. Okay, what's not to say that can still happen, too. You have them lose and then Dean finally snaps. It's a possibility.
One thing that I found really interesting about Raw was, as much as it seemed like they were still questioning whether or not Dean was fully 100% loyal to the Shield, there was some
hesitation.
Hesitation involving Dolph as well.
Exactly.
With his team, so...
I don't know.
Could go either way that aspect.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyways. Now we go on to the rematch from SummerSlam. We got The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. And I think, yes, I think it's about goddamn time that Daniel Bryan gets redemption. I mean, what else does he have to lose?
Exactly.
I mean, you give the guy a clearance to wrestle again.
Yes.
You've got the match that everyone wants to see, and you have Miz do the chicken shit thing and cheat to win at SummerSlam. If you don't give Bryan the win on Saturday, it's gonna be fucking stupid, and nobody wants to fucking see that.
No.
And I don't care if it's gonna be not in North American soil. You have Bryan win and get the redemption, and then who knows what'll happen at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Survivor Series.
And it's like, fuck, you know,
Yeah.
don't have us wait till nobody cares anymore to have Brian go over.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, why can't that happen? So, yeah, this match is easy for me. I'm gonna say Brian.
Yeah. I mean, it took a while, but they pretty much picked up where they left off when Daniel was general manager of SmackDown at the time. They just put it in the ring, but I think giving Brian the victory on Saturday could help propel the rivalry a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, this is for a shot at the WWE title, so I mean...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could give Daniel the win and then maybe have Miz screw over Brian somehow, or vice versa.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, too. You know, Brian wins the match. You have Brian injured. He says his goodbyes 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He comes back. He's cleared to wrestle. And now all of a sudden, he gets a shot, an opportunity at a shot for the WWE title. It would be so cool to see a match between either AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, whoever wins this match, we'll get to that later,
Yes.
versus Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan gets the WWE title. It's great. It's a great story. It's a great story to have a guy that had to claw and scratch his way back into the wrestling world, and now he gets the opportunity, and then he finally wins the big one.
Yeah.
Again, with no fuck-ups. And
Yeah.
that's gonna be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yes.
But who knows? WWE's fucked wrestlers over before.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to see Daniel Bryan as WWE champion. And you know, you think about it too. Daniel Bryan hasn't been heavyweight champion, if you will, since WrestleMania 30, which
Yes.
is roughly 4 years.
yeah.
Miz hasn't been,
Actually, it's 5, but whatever.
okay, 5. Yeah, 5 years. So, Miz hasn't been WWE champion since, I'll call it WrestleMania 27, roughly.
Which was a shit WrestleMania.
Which is about 8 years? 7, 8 years?
Something
roughly?
like that.
So, I mean, yes, Miz was on a tear with the Intercontinental title and losing it, winning it, and losing it, and winning it. You know, how many days can he be champion this time? And
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Now, they both, I believe, deserve a chance at the WWE Championship. You could say, though, that Miz may deserve it a little bit more only because it's been longer that he hasn't been champion. On the other side of that coin, seeing a match with Daniel Bryan and maybe AJ Styles or Samoa Joe would be pretty awesome. You could go vice versa with The Miz. I mean, Daniel Bryan and AJ and Joe, quite honestly, had some pretty stellar matches against each other.
Oh, yeah.
Ring of Honor days. Now, with Miz being more of a fresher face, you could say, would a match with Miz against AJ or Joe be good? I think so.
Yeah.
But it would all just determine on the outcome on Saturday.
Yeah. I think that Brian needs his redemption story.
Oh, absolutely, he does.
If you have the Miz win, then what next?
Yeah.
You like it can't have the thing at Survivor Series. AJ Styles versus the Miz at the Survivor Series makes less sense than, let's say, Samoa Joe and Brian. Brian needs this. I mean, you want the Miz to be the champion, and that's fantastic. But you know what? Brian definitely, like I said, fought his way back into the WWE, and now you have the chance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Brian become the champion.
Yeah.
And actually stay the champion.
For longer than
Yeah.
24, 48 hours?
You don't have the fucking
Or a week?
authority bullshit thing
Yeah.
anymore. But the fact of the matter is that Brian needs this. And I know that it may not happen that way, but let's see what happens, It can't hurt.
No.
Now, the other side of the coin, too. So let's say we get AJ Styles versus The Miz at Survivor Series. Okay, now, you've got two options. You have the Royal Rumble. Miz versus Bryan at the Rumble for the championship. Something happens, let's say Miz cheats again. Okay. WrestleMania 35.
Yes.
Bryan and The Miz for the WWE title. Bryan finally gets to kick The Miz's ass, punch him in the face, and take the goddamn title. That match would be money. So, I mean, either way, it's gonna be, it'll be good, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna say Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I'll go Brian too. They both, without question, deserve to be WWE champion. But Brian needs some redemption.
Yeah.
Big time. Anyway.
Yeah. So we have the returning John Cena and Bobby Lashley taking on Elias and Kevin Owens. What a pair. There was a excitement on Monday. Apparently Elias got booed real hard.
Yes.
And
Very hard.
I don't know if him and Kevin Owens were singing the song as well.
No.
No. Okay, so John Cena's back. I'm not sure how that came about.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley, definitely a veteran in the business.
Yes.
Going to WWE, then going to TNA, and now back in WWE, and it makes sense that I don't think he's ever going to get the Universal title, but that's just my opinion. He
Right.
can still eventually do that. It's kind of like these two American hero type army guys versus Elias and Kevin Owens, and it'll be interesting to see. Well, I can guarantee you that it's going to be Bobby Lashley and John Cena win this match.
Yeah. My thoughts on this match are quite simple. I think it'll be a good match. It should be a joy to watch. I just don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. It's just something that was thrown together willy-nilly.
I know.
So,
I mean, you've had this whole build-up with Bobby Lashley and Elias, and Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens, and throw Leo Rush in there as Bobby Lashley's hype man. But it's mostly been Bobby Lashley, Elias. Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens.
yeah, but see, John Cena is the guy that everybody still loves. So we gotta throw him in somehow.
But
No fucking sense, people.
John Cena is just in there because.
Alright. That's exactly my point, though, Kyle. He's just thrown in there because. No rhyme or reason, you know. They're like, we gotta have a match. We gotta have a match. Oh, John Cena should have a match. Everyone likes him.
Well, no.
Okay.
It's not, oh, everybody likes John Cena. Let's put him in here. Oh, well, it might be that. But here's my point. My point is this.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got Bobby Lashley and has been in a fairly heated rivalry with Elias. And Kevin Owens to some extent.
Yeah.
They put John Cena in there because basically Lashley needs a partner.
Yeah.
Nobody else is rivaling with Elias or Owens at this point.
Mm.
It's just been Bobby Lashley on his own, ping-ponging back and forth between Elias and Owens.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, we want a partner for Lashley. We haven't seen John Cena in a while. We'll put him in the match. Maybe draw a fair amount make the income money for the show be really big. Well, there's another match in there that'll be fairly big as well, but
Yeah.
we'll get to that in a moment. But other than that, it's like if you're going to have Bobby Lashley and John Cena, Kevin Owens and Elias, okay, yeah, John Cena may not be there in person, but you still could incorporate him somehow into the equation.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, he's going to show up on Saturday, partner with Bobby Lashley, and they're more than likely going to win. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, yeah, Bobby Lashley and Elias, and Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens have been doing a fairly good rivalry.
Yeah.
But John Cena is just in there to be Bobby Lashley's partner, make a little moolah,
Oh, like he fucking needs it.
get the Super Showdown itself a big draw. That's about it.
Yeah.
Now, that's not trying to knock on Cena by any
No,
means.
I guess.
It's just, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, we got that big fucking mansion and maids and shit. Well, you need more fucking money, but yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know why. It's almost like bringing Hulk Hogan back when they don't need him. In a way, you know, you have that WrestleMania 9 bullshit, but the fact of the matter is you have a guy like John Cena that claims that he's a free agent.
Well, they haven't worked with that in
I know.
months, years.
But, like, you know, he's coming back, and it's like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But at the same time, John Cena, regardless of how long he's been away or not, he's still money.
Absolutely.
So, when they need him, then he comes back. It's very much like The Rock. You had Survivor Series, The Rock and John Cena versus The Miz and R-Truth. You did not need The Rock in the match, but yet there he is. Yeah, it's crazy, you know. But yeah, so John Cena is definitely the guy that they still will turn to no matter what happens. So I think that it's a no-brainer. The match is gonna go to John and Bobby. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's predictable, to be honest with you. So shit.
Digress.
Yeah. So we head now to the WWE Championship match. We got AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Holy shit, was this storyline bullshit? But like I said, I figured they were going to do this to two of the best wrestlers in today's whatever.
Two of the best wrestlers going today.
You know, it just pisses me off. And, you know, like I said this before, I'm sure Joe is dead inside, having to read that fucking script.
Yeah.
Fuck. And they're still both very good competitors.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the fucking shit they have to do.
Yeah.
And so, this is gonna be what, their third match now?
Yeah.
So, shit are good off the pot.
Yeah.
Because you have Samoa Joe who needs the title. Otherwise, you just brought him in for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like Nakamura. Although now Nakamura is the United States champion.
Yeah.
Odd. But, you know, how many matches are you going to have with AJ and Joe and not give Joe the title?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're taking your wrestlers and you're fucking them in the ass and not giving them the WWE title. You're going, see, I took a wrestler from a different company and I'm gonna show them. Oh, that's just great. So, if Joe loses on Saturday, then that's it. Unless you have a match at Survivor Series, fucking have Joe win this match. Because all you're doing is giving the people what they want, which is Joe and AJ, but it's the same results all the time.
Yeah.
So.
I'd rather read a shitty storyline.
Oh, very shitty storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So, I'm gonna say Samoa Joe, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great rivalry. Joe has been so close. AJ's been a great champion, but maybe it's Joe's time now.
Yes. That's just unbelievable. Yeah, there it is. Now, last but not least, we've got Triple H and Undertaker. And Undertaker's corner is gonna be Kane. And we have Triple H with the fucking Shawn Michaels. God, I didn't see well, but I saw pictures.
Triple H is mini-me.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that bandana or whatever the fuck was Sean was wearing on his head did not help matters much. Holy shit.
Can you not look more like a dork?
I mean, when he had the hat on, it kind of worked. But without the hat, it just looks stupid.
What's wrong with the haircut he had before? Like,
I don't know.
God damn.
Fuck.
And the thing of it too, it just shows that these guys are washed up. I hate to use that word, but it's true. You know, I mean, Paul's almost 50.
Sean's gotta be...
Oh, I think he's 53 or 52. Well, he's older than Undertaker. So,
yeah. No, if Sean's 52, he's 1 year younger than Taker.
Okay.
Taker's 53.
Right.
Kane's 47, 48, I think.
No, he's 50 now.
Yeah, 50.
So they're all basically like, you know, it's a throwback match is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but they've hyped the shit out of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I don't even know anymore. Like, it's kind of Okay, so we're just gonna see this match. It's gonna be like a throwback to the 90s and 2000s. And we've seen Undertaker and Triple H wrestle many times. And yes, Triple H has beaten The Undertaker. And it's kind of like this. I don't get it. You know, when they call Triple H God, this is exactly what it is. It's, I want to be in a match. Every chance that I get in a pay-per-view, I want to be in a match. And, it's kind of fucking dumb. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, we saw Undertaker lose to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. We get this year, at WrestleMania 34, him coming back and beating, magically, in good shape, and beating John Cena.
And pretty much a one-sided ass whooping.
Yeah, that's pathetic. And so, you get this match. I don't know how well it's gonna be.
Right.
Because, like I said, they're both much older now.
Yeah.
They both are probably beat. Well, I mean, Triple H has a really good workout system.
Oh, yeah.
And then get the cross-eyed Kung Fu Master.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Sean, we love you, man, but good God, what the hell were you thinking?
Kyle does. And then you have Kane, or I'm not sure if he's gonna come out in his big Grand Machine gear, or I'm not quite.
Suit?
Yeah, suit. I'm not quite sure. I mean, he's the mayor, for God's sake. So
Yeah, no, that's the thing about this. Okay, so they're gonna have him and Super Showdown and Taker's Corner.
yeah,
And then say they do have him and Taker against Shawn and Hunter for Survivor Series, which is a fairly big rumor that's been going on.
yeah,
Kane has had to, or will have to, delegate certain obligations in his cabinet, you could say, to make sure everything runs smoothly while he's doing the whole wrestling thing.
yeah,
And I'm sure it was worked out that when he is doing his mayoral duties in Knox County, Tennessee, if they need him to do something for WWE, he will, and, work that out. But, I mean...
Well, I mean, I look at it like this. When Jesse Ventura became governor of Minnesota,
he was retired from wrestling by then.
oh, that's true, too. You've got Rhino, who was the governor of Michigan, or whatever state.
Yeah, and I don't know.
And he wrestled. He still wrestled.
Yeah, he still wrestled.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, alright, Kane can still wrestle, It's just, it's not going to ruin his image, I don't believe.
No.
It's kind of the way it is. I think sometimes when a wrestler runs for office, it's kind of like, okay, are they going to wrestle again?
Right.
It's the same with acting. Ronald Reagan becoming president of the United States after being an actor for so fucking long.
Yeah.
And, people didn't look twice, I'm sure. So it's kind of, what's going to happen, once Kane gets a taste of wrestling again, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure who I want to win. I'm gonna, all signs point to Triple H. However, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to say.
Yeah.
I could easily say this is gonna be a no contest.
Yeah, but then, what would you do after that? Yeah, okay. Build it up to Survivor Series.
Yeah.
How?
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah. I mean, could have it be like, Shawn tried to get involved, and Kane got involved to stop Shawn, and work off of that, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but it's either going to be an interesting match or a mediocre match.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My heart says it's going to be Triple H, but if it's Undertaker, then you've did the whole Triple H is going to beat Undertaker thing and flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah, more or less.
So, yeah. I can't really say who I want to win.
And you know, talk about John Cena and his kind of scheduling, if you will, as far as wrestling being gone for a little while, and then whenever they have him come back and wrestle, he comes back and wrestles. You could very easily say the same thing. Taker, Hunter, you know, yes, Triple H is the COO of WWE, but you know, there's been a few different occasions now where he's laced the boots back up and gotten in the ring. You know, we don't see Taker as often as he used to, but you know, he'll still lace up the boots and get in the ring and compete.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily if it's like a Legends contract or whatever, but
I don't know. Jesus. Anyways. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
yeah.
I mean, we'll see when it gets there, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, anyways, this is our 100th episode of Wheels of Fury.
Yes.
You know, I think the journey is definitely worth a lot. You know, I think,
Yeah.
like we talked about, like we used to do an episode every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then, well, first we used to do an episode on Friday.
Yeah.
And then I would upload it on the same day, but after a while, felt like I didn't want to have you watch me upload and then
Do all the editing.
do all the editing and upload it. So, you know, we got it to where I would post Saturday privately, and then it would go public on Monday at midnight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what the future holds. I mean, pay-per-views are still going to be shown.
Yes.
The predictions are still going to be shown on Saturday, or in this case, this will be uploaded on Friday.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there in the future. Like,
Yeah.
a few things will change. I don't know what, but, you know, there's still more to come.
Yeah.
And we still have the Facebook Wheels of Fury site.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So,
And I mean, you know, what started out as just a whim, if you will, turned out to be a pretty fun ride. It's been amazing. It's been cool working with this guy, talking about wrestling, talking about movies, actors, comedians,
music.
so on and so forth. So I would like to say to you, Matt, thank you for letting me do this with you. It's been an absolute fun ride. 100 episodes and many more to come.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys
Thank you for joining me.
Of course.
You know, when we met, I didn't know where this was going to go. When we did our first video together, I didn't know how far this was going to go. And obviously, it went as far as it did now. And this is episode 100. And, you know, it means a lot to have this thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Of course, thank you to you guys,
yeah,
the
you guys.
YouTube fans, for getting us here and, you know, watching our videos and
Or if you do, I mean, great.
subscribing and all that other stuff. It's been an interesting ride, and it'll continue to be an interesting ride for as long as we still do this. And yeah, there's 100 videos, and who knows where we'll go from here.
Yeah.
100 videos,
Yeah.
and 100 more, and
Yeah,
more.
for sure.
Here's to 100 videos, and 100 more,
Oh, yeah.
and to the future.
Exactly. So, for me, Matt, this is Killer Kyle, and hopefully this video is going to be easy to edit.
Should be.
So, we will talk to you next time. Actually, when is Death Before Dishonor?
It was
Oh, shit.
last Friday? Or is it this Friday? I know it's coming up. I think it might be this Friday.
Well, anyways, this is why we don't do other promotion pay-per-view reviews, but
Yeah.
anyways, shit. We'll see you next time.